Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Emily Anderson with FranNet, and I am here with Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Bobby Ellison?
Hello,
Ellington. Hi,
Ellison. Correct.
Ellison. Okay, that's what I thought. Hi, thanks for joining us, Bobby. Bobby is going to be presenting uh, possibly one of my favorite, is it okay if I say that? One of my favorite franchise brands. A couple of and I don't say that about everybody. A couple of
Aw.
reasons why we specifically chose this franchise business to feature and really put on your radars. This is a B2B service business that has low overhead, low investment, and it's a quick ramp up compared to many other businesses. This has a fast ramp up and ultimately a fast break even. I like the repeat customers. It provides an opportunity. Not only is it simpler for the owner, you don't have to be continually hunting for business, but it also provides an opportunity to serve customers on the long term and establish those meaningful and professional relationships.
Yeah.
Very few employees with a great life work balance. I don't know why we call it work life balance. Why do we put work first? We call it life work balance. And what that means is, generally speaking, this is Monday through Friday daytime hours. When you're thinking about a B2B business, you're usually working during those business operating hours. And it's a niche market. The competition, while there is competition out there, it is highly fragmented and ultimately very, very hard for those small mom and pop businesses to compete with the level of professionalism and excellence that this particular franchise brings to the table. So, with that, Bobby, I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us about Fish.
Well, thank you for that nice, warm introduction there. You should be doing what I'm doing over here. You did such a great job.
Hey, I call it like I
But,
see it, Bobby. I love you guys.
oh, well, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, as Emily said, my name is Bobby Branham Ellison, and I'm a franchise development manager over here at Fish Window Cleaning, and such a great company. And I wanted to take some time today to just kind of properly introduce you, a little bit of high level, but as folks start speaking with me and working with me one-on-one, I take them through a very detailed process, getting to know us and giving them time to digest and really understand and just fall in love with Fish. So to start, I want to start talking about the company itself. And when you hear window cleaning, a lot of times people say, why in the world is Emily showing me window cleaning? It's not one of those concepts that people go, oh, yeah, I'm a window cleaner, or, I own a window cleaning business. So, it is one of those businesses that people just don't recognize until they really start talking to me. And then suddenly their eyes are opened and they start realizing, wow, she's right. Glass is absolutely everywhere and it hasn't gone anywhere. So Fish has been around for a long time. We are definitely the biggest and the best. I'm patting myself on the back here a little bit right now, but it's just an absolute fantastic company. We've got about 240 franchisees covering over 280 territories throughout the United States, and we would absolutely love to be placed in Alaska as well, and for you to welcome Fish over there. But we just celebrated 42 years in the window cleaning business. And that's really a long time for a business to be operating and be operating successfully as well. And we started franchising in 1998. And I want to give you a little bit of a background about Fish because it is such a great story to share. And the picture that you see there on the left, that's Mike and Linda Merrick, our founders. Just super great people. I can't say enough about them. And when this company first started 42 years ago, Mike Merrick, who you see there, he was actually managing a savings and loan in the St. Louis area. And he was expecting, like so many folks out there today, went into the office and expecting his normal, oh, you're doing a great job and here's your little bonus or your raise. And instead he was laid off very suddenly. And it took him by surprise. He really didn't know what to do. He knew banking. And, he again, just wasn't quite sure what the next step would be. But as he was exiting the savings and loan that day, there was a gentleman that was cleaning the windows of the savings and loan. And when he found out that Mike was let go, he said, you know what, Mike, you should just buy my business and just start cleaning windows like me. And Mike kind of laughed about it a little bit because, like many of you, he knew absolutely zero about window cleaning. But that just kind of stuck with him a little bit. So on that ride home, he started noticing, wow, there really is a lot of glass out here, and somebody's got to be cleaning that glass. And took the idea home to Linda, and Linda thought, well, here's that great midlife crisis that everybody talks about. We have arrived. Because she thought, oh my goodness, this is something that we know absolutely nothing about. Mike was talking with his colleagues about it. His colleagues thought he was absolutely crazy, that he was never going to make any type of money, cleaning windows. But Mike just wanted to take a chance. He took that leap of faith. And really, I think sometimes going into business ownership, that's exactly what it is. It's really a leap of faith and, trusting your gut, but trusting your head too. And so he decided to do it. And so over the first initial 20 years, he built the largest independent window cleaning company in the entire St. Louis area. And after getting systems just right and just perfecting everything, he thought, maybe this is something that other folks would really like to do. So we started franchising, and we've been franchising for 22 years now, and here we are today. So it really is quite an extraordinary story. The Merricks are very much a part of Fish always, like to spend time with new franchisees as they come into training and, of course, at our annual convention. And Mike and Linda, while they're still very much involved in the business, about 5 years ago, they decided, you know what, we want to travel, we want to have fun with the grandkids. And so they asked Randy Cross to step in as president of Fish Window Cleaning. Randy has a great story as well. He started as a franchisee in 2003. And he had one of the fastest ramp-ups in Fish history. He was really, quite honestly, getting a little bored with the business after a few years. And he decided, maybe I should add something on to kind of complement my portfolio, my business portfolio, something that would go well with Fish. And Mike at that time asked Randy, would you be interested in kind of helping us out at the home office and, mentoring new franchisees as they come on board, since you've done such a great job? And so Randy did that. And he did that for quite a bit of time. And then again, 5 years ago, Mike came to him again and asked him to be president of Fish Window Cleaning. Well, the only problem was Fish Window Cleaning, our headquarters is located in St. Louis, Missouri. Randy's business was located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But because of the way that he has built his business and the way that our model works, Randy was able to pick his family up, move to St. Louis, and sit as president of Fish Window Cleaning every day while his business continues to run in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So Randy has one of our top performing franchises in our system, not the top, but he's one of the top performing franchisees in our system. And I think it's just a great testament to Fish, having a president that not only talks the talk, but walks the walk as well. So our support as well is just phenomenal. We have about 25 employees to support our franchisees. So we like to keep the ratio very small, so there's a lot of personalized attention, a lot of support. And as you continue learning more about Fish and go through the validation process, talking with franchisees, you're going to hear about that support, because of course I'm going to be here waving my pom-poms all day, but I feel very confident that our franchisees are going to be the ones that are waving those pom-poms and telling you about all that great support. We've been ranked in Entrepreneur Magazine's Top 500, ranked for over 15 years, always top in our category. And we're a member of the International Franchise Association, the IFA, which just wrapped up their big convention there. And of course, we're proud participants in the IFA's Vet Brand program as well, giving our veterans 10% off of the franchise fee as our way of just saying thank you for all that they do. And continuing on here and kind of tapping on what Emily was talking about, those family-friendly hours and quality of life. This is a business that truly is family-friendly hours. I love it. It transfers over to us at the headquarters as well, but it's Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. No nights, no weekends, no holidays. Unlike a lot of service-related businesses, you don't get those emergency calls in the middle of the night, people begging you to come clean their windows. It just doesn't happen. So again, it's just a very nice quality of life business with a very, very flexible schedule. Okay. We are 80% commercial, 20% residential. And a lot of people think, well, gosh, shouldn't that be flip-flopped around? Shouldn't you be concentrating on all those homes out there? But if you think about it, how many times have you had your windows professionally cleaned? And when I ask that question, I usually get a little bit of a giggle, and they're almost embarrassed to say, well, gosh, never. Should I be cleaning my windows professionally cleaned all the time?
Oh, you caught me there.
So again, most people will either say, I've never had my windows professionally cleaned, or once in a while I get people that say, oh yeah, I had that done once. But commercial, on the other end, think about all of the different forms of commercial glass out there. And it's not just strip malls. We're talking churches, we're talking, science centers, butterfly houses, and the zoos. Lots of commercial glass, schools, universities, hospitals, you name it. They need to always have those nice sparkling windows to invite customers and people to come in through their door. So that's why we focus on commercial, because you will visit the exact same commercial customer 1 to 4 times every single month, like clockwork. Restaurants, for example, I've got little ones, and some of you may have little ones or have had little ones before, and you know that they have no concept of a door handle, right? They're always putting their fingers all over the glass. As soon as they go into a restaurant, if you get that window seat, they're always wanting to touch that glass, and it's usually right after they touch that greasy chicken finger or something. So again, restaurants are usually one of those businesses that's a weekly job. So that's why we focus on commercial. It's your low-hanging fruit. And there's no seasonality to it either. I mean, I'm here remote. I work remote out of St. Louis. I'm in Michigan as well. So we get a lot of snow. I'm looking out my office window right now at snow and cold temperatures. It was a high of 20 degrees this morning. So again, this is something that's no seasonality. Our top performing franchisee in our system is in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Okay. So that's really a testament to show you that there is no seasonality in this business, because we focus on commercial. No matter what the season is, no matter what the weather brings, that commercial glass always needs to be clean to look nice and shiny. Okay. Our niche market is 3 stories and under. So that's the stuff that our folks can get to with the poles and the squeegees. The water-fed pole system can reach up a little bit higher sometimes as well. But that's a lot of glass. So when you go out this afternoon or this evening and you're driving down the road, I want you to pay special attention to all the glass that there is out there. And even more so, look at stuff that's 3 stories. That's a lot of glass. That's a lot of glass. So while we don't do high rises, we're not the people that you see hanging off the sides of the building. I don't even want to think about what liability insurance would look like for something like that. We keep our window cleaners on the ground. So even though we're reaching all the way up to 3 stories plus, those window cleaners are staying on the ground safely. Okay. So the business structure, there's going to be three main positions in the organizational chart. And by the way, everyone that lives in the colder states, they always pay special attention to this slide, and they say, oh, she's right. There's snow in that picture. There's snow on the card. So there are three positions in the organizational chart. And I should say that these are main positions that you will grow and you'll scale your business to. There's an operations manager, there's salespeople, and then, of course, your window cleaners. And all three of these people are performance-based pay. Performance-based pay. So that means they are paid according to the work that they do. Okay, and we'll kind of get into that, of course, more in detail when you start working with me, and we'll have a session that's dedicated to kind of your organizational structure and how that performance-based pay works. Okay, and you may have some sub-positions in here as well as you grow and scale your business. So, for example, maybe an office manager or a CSR type of a position, maybe a lead cleaner. Okay, so there's a lot of different ways that you can scale your business. But all in all, it's just a very simple business. I mean, think about it. What has changed with glass? Not a whole heck of a lot. 42 years ago, windows got dirty. Someone needed to clean them. Here we are today, 42 years later, windows still get dirty and someone needs to clean them. How many industries can you say hasn't changed in 42 years? Okay, so it's a nice, safe business. It's not a fad. It's not a trendy business. Sometimes businesses will come about, and I kind of scratch my head sometimes and think to myself, gosh, what kind of a customer base is that business going to have? Okay, so it's definitely not a fad. It's not trendy. The demand is growing. It's ongoing. I know where I live, even though, it's a very bustling community. And I think, gosh, there's just absolutely no space left to even put another building. Lo and behold, they find somewhere to put it. And the glass just continues to grow. And it's always there. So it's not affected by the internet or technology. I work with a lot of folks that have been downsized because of the internet or technology and changes. Sometimes we call it the Amazon effect. This is not a business that's been affected by the Amazon effect. And your competition is very limited. We lovingly refer to those kind of singles or independents as bucket bobs or bobbies, bucket bobs or bobbies. Those are the folks that are kind of every now and then, they might pop their head in and ask if they can clean someone's windows. They're not dependable. They're not professional. Fish window cleaning, that's what we're known for, our professionalism. Window cleaners are always in uniform. They're bonded. They're insured. That makes those customers feel very comfortable, because if you think about it, these window cleaners are there during business hours. So this business, wherever we're cleaning the windows at, they've got customers walking in and out while fish window cleaning is there. So would they rather have fish window cleaning? Nice uniforms, and professional opens the door for a customer as they walk into a place. Or would they rather have somebody that, maybe isn't as professional looking, not in a uniform? Let's face it, today it's kind of a scary world that we live in, and people are very cautious walking into parking lots, walking out of businesses. So having fish there is really an extension of their business. Okay. It's something that requires very little inventory as well. And when I say simple, I mean this is a simple business. I mean, you're talking mops and buckets and rags and squeegees. Our secret sauce, I'm going to share what our secret sauce is. And people always giggle at this as well. And you're giggling because you know what it is.
Yes, I know. Yes, I do. And I thought of it when I was cleaning my bathroom mirrors the other day. Okay, go for it, Bobbi. Tell them the secret sauce.
Absolutely. It is Blue Dawn dish soap. Yes, you heard me correctly. Blue Dawn dish soap. So there's no specialized, combination of a bunch of different chemicals that we're using to clean these windows. We're using one capful of Blue Dawn dish soap to 5 gallons of water. So that's what your window cleaners are working with on a daily basis. Why do I like that so much? Number one, your window cleaners aren't working with a bunch of harsh chemicals. Number two, they're not working with harsh chemicals. That means they're not going into the environment. And, or if they drip, it's not something that's harsh for the environment. They use Blue Dawn to clean the animals after the oil spills and things like that. So again, very cost effective, very little inventory. Low overhead, again, Blue Dawn dish soap doesn't get any more lower than that, but also we extend that to your space that we want you to have. Some people want to know, well, why can't I run this out of my home? And the reason being, we want you to keep that home life separate from your business life. And not only that, you don't want window cleaners coming in and out of your home, all day long. So we do want you to have a space, but it doesn't have to be something that's sitting next to a Starbucks. We say light industrial setting is perfect. Maybe about 400, 500 square feet to start with. You can always, scale when you scale your business, move locations later on down the road, but something maybe a little off the beaten path, nothing in the mainstream of town, or the high rent district. Light industrial space is perfect. Okay. And also, we have this fantastic system, and we'll talk about this a little bit further in future presentations as well, but the Fish 3 system is kind of an all-in-one software system. It's cloud-based. It was created by us. We have an in-house software developer that developed the Fish 3 system. I love that too, because technology is one of those things that, oh my goodness, I could pull my hair out sometimes. And I hate the fact that when you have to dial that dreaded 800 number and be connected with usually a third party that's in the middle of I don't even know where, and you're trying to get them to, understand what your problem is. And at the end of all of it, you get a support ticket number and you sit and you wait for a response. I love that we try to do as much possible in-house at our headquarters in St. Louis, Missouri, because we want quality control. So this Fish 3 system, it is kind of that all-in-one software system. It's going to manage every aspect of your business, from the reporting to the scheduling, the routing. It has a CRM built into it. It is absolutely fantastic. So again, very simple stuff, but low overhead. And you'll learn also how we get those high net profits, because we're retaining these customers. So your profit margins increase over time. You start with yourself, you start with a couple of window cleaners, and then you grow and you scale from there. All of those different positions that I was talking about earlier in the presentation, those are the folks that you'll be adding on as you grow and you scale your business. Okay. You'll have an opportunity to validate. I was talking about earlier how, yay, I'm waving my pom-poms for fish, but you're going to be able to reach out one-on-one with as many franchisees as you would like. We love you being able to have those one-on-one conversations, so you can hear all about fish, all about their experience, and ultimately decide, is this something that's a good fit for you? Okay. You're going to get a lot of those questions answered that I'm not able to talk about, things like, break even or net profits and, things like that. And they will lay it all on the line for you. And we've got just such a great group of franchisees. We don't say you can only talk to these 5 franchisees. We're very much an open book. So how much does all of this cost? It's a protected territory. So once you have your territory, it's yours. Another fish franchisee can't come into your territory to do business. They can't market to your territory. And there's 3 different territory sizes that we have. We have smalls, we have standards, and we have something that's called an executive, which is the largest of the 3. And these different size territories really depends on the demographics of your area. So we're going to run those demographics, and we're going to look at a lot of different things. But one of the key things that we look for in demographics is, of course, businesses, because that's our low-hanging fruit. So again, as you're researching this, we're going to determine what territory would be the best fit for your area. Small market has a range of anywhere from about 87 to about 105 roughly. Standard, about 110 to about 120-ish. And then an executive is all in about 135 to about 150. Okay. We do have that royalty expense, which is a declining royalty, and some people are kind of taken back by that as well. But we're actually rewarding you for growing your business. So the bigger that your business grows, the less royalties that you pay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your time. And Emily, I'm going to hand it over to you. And I just look forward to speaking with anyone and introducing them to the fish concept.
Oh, Bobby, thank you so much. And as I had mentioned just before we got started, yep, I learned a couple of new things about fish myself. I didn't know about the declining royalty structure, and there was a few other things. So thank you for providing all that information. And for those of you, and for those of you that are listening in today, if you are interested in taking next steps, if you haven't already, I encourage you to complete the online personal franchise assessment. I've included a link here for you. What this assessment does is this is a proprietary, we'll call it a personality test, if you will. What it does is it helps us access deep insights into your values and personality, and it helps us quite literally match you to businesses. And what we'd be able to do is see how does the fish business opportunity align with you, and how do you align with some of their with their culture, if you will, and we'll arrange an introduction as needed. If you're not sure about taking the PFA, or you just have some questions and would like to speak with someone, I'm providing my personal contact information here. For those of you in Alaska, you might also be working with Blair Nickel. He and I share that office number, but feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to arrange a personal introduction. And Bobby, again, thank you so much for your time and expertise. And for those of you listening in, I wish you the best of luck on your entrepreneurial journey. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.